Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, I am ready, Diane. I know, Diane, are you ready? Uh Same to you, my friend. Same to you. Same, let me type this back. I have to. This is so worth it. I may explain later, but uh wow. All right, that I had to do that. I mean, So, hi, how are you? I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Let me see here. Diane, how are you? Whoa. Wait a minute. Oh, I got to turn the volume off. We have big things happening here in the GA. Oh, thanks. Called me Pumpkin. Pumpkin. I like that. I've been called Pumpkin. Why? What does that mean? Is that because of maybe I'm round? Oh, I don't know how to take that, but you're welcome. Woo. Okay. So, hi, how are you? Did I already say that? Diane, are you ready? You better be ready, Diane. I'm not putting up with no nonsense today. Just a joke. Okay. So, what side am I on? Diane, can you take that down? I need this available. Okay. So, we have the Trump hat. The Trump hat. Got it? And if you don't know what that is, that's the inauguration, the official Trump inauguration hat. Now, we will put the Trump hat here. So, our viewers out there at all times, there'll be no confusion. I support Donald J. Trump. He's president of the United States. No matter what's going on, like, dislike, he is president. He's present. He's there. You know, he can do more than a blank stare at a camera. So I support my president of the United States. Got it? So there may be things I say that you go, because what we're having right now is what side are you on? So my phone last night, so let me address everybody out there. My phone last night, what's going on with Elon and Trump? What side are you on? And here is what I told people last night. And let me say to you out there, I apologize if I did not get back to you. We're working on this Georgia GOP Inc. state officers election. That is a total wow. Wow. The establishment in Georgia is very, very nervous. We will explain. So that's in the Georgia hour. But I have answers on the Elon Musk Donald Trump scenario. We're going to cover them. I'm going to lay some facts out. Facts. No spin. All right. No spin. I'm not going to attack Elon. I'm not going to attack the president. We're going to put some facts out. Now, there's a couple things I know right now. Okay. That if the Senate will take the bill, and really force spending cuts, true spending cuts, and really put a conservative bill on the floor, and then it goes back to the House of Representatives, and the House of Representatives only has one vote it can spare at this time, I think. And they're thinking, I can't get it through the House. It's too conservative. Would never be too conservative for me. What do? Maybe I create a stir. Now, this is scenarios are out there. Maybe I create a stir that moderates don't want Elon Musk to drop a couple $1 million on a primary opponent against me back home. So there's a lot here. There's a lot here. This could be, you got to check this box off. This could be a play on a spin to get the corrections on the bill that we actually need. Maybe, all right? But what I told everybody last night, let this develop. Let this play out. I don't like when they treat Elon Musk as an idiot. I don't like that. I don't like when they treat Donald Trump as an idiot. Like two kids got in a fight. I will say this. I wonder if internet activity, I wonder if traffic to X and traffic to Truth Social went up yesterday. I wonder in that traffic to X and that traffic to Truth Social increased revenue off advertising yesterday. I wonder if it did. I wonder if people that did not have X on their phone or took it off before but wanted to see the fight, did you notice they didn't put the fight out on, the same street? One went over to Elm and one went over to Walnut, not calling anybody a nut, and they fought across the houses, meaning one fought on Truth Social, one fought on X, and maybe the traffic, you had to go over to Truth. What did Trump say? You had to go over to X. What did he say? And then people were saying stuff. So you had to go over to Truth and say, hey, what are the people saying about what Trump said? What are the people saying? I wonder if the traffic on those two social networks went through the roof yesterday afternoon. Just wondering. Wonder if the algorithms and wonder if the volume and the data went out to advertisers, and I just wonder. These kind of things make you think, Now, I'm going to say this. We're going to get to I'm going to lay this out, but I will tell you this. Apparently, all sources out there are saying that Trump and Elon are going to talk via phone today. Now, this phone call will be covered not like Trump talking to Putin about war. And by the way, did you know yesterday Trump talked to Xi Jinping from China? Do you know that? No, but the phone call today, there will be, we understand, between Musk and Trump. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to back away. I'm going to throw it in, and I'm going to get back. We'll talk about it after the first break. You do know that Trump went silent, and things went silent, and they decided to have a phone call after Elon said what? Without him, Trump would have lost? No. After Elon said what? The bill is bloated and going to spend us into bankruptcy? No, that wasn't it. Things cooled off as soon as Elon said Epstein, right? Now, I will tell you this. I have the Trump hat on. You are at the right place because I don't carry water. I support my president of the United States. I won't walk away. But if you're over there in those other places, we'll put it like that, that's just carrying a bucket of water for one individual, pay attention. All right? So we have the Georgia GOP Inc. state officers race. Brian Kemp's not going to the Georgia GOP. Is it because he's not running for office? No, that's not it. But he won't be there. He won't be there to thank Republicans for all their support throughout the years. He won't be there. He won't be there to look at the delegates at the Georgia GOP Inc. and say, when making my decision not to run for Senate, it was tough because I wanted to work with you once again. You're amazing people, and I was looking forward to working with this body once again. No, that won't be said this weekend, right? No, won't be said. But there's a team. Now, I'm going to show you this. We're going to come back, going to get into, yes, let me show you this. This is great. Again, from the same production team, that put together all of our Georgia GOP Karen graphics, comes our weekend. Here we come to Dalton. We're headed to Dalton, Georgia this weekend. Greg Bluestein, here we come, AJC video 4.
When the good old boys locked him out, David didn't back down. He stood firm like an old Georgia oak, roots dug deep, ready to weather the storm. He ain't slipping up the crooked clubhouse ladder. He's earning every rung with grit and fire. Hunkered down, 'cause David's blowing in like a Georgia hurricane, and those rotten shingles about to crumble like cornbread at a family reunion food fight. Lisa's like thunder rolling in the distance. You feel her coming long before she hits. From the red clay roads of Upson County to the back roads and front porches, she turned out voters faster than biscuits fly at a Sunday supper. She's flying in for that seat like a Georgia hailstorm, ready to shake things loose, while her opponent spins like a tornado in a trailer park. From county meetings where she brings the heat, to pounding pavement on neighborhood streets, Noreen's hustled harder than a rooster in a hen house at sunrise. Like a Waffle House, she's open, reliable, and ready to serve. Coming in hotter than a pepper patch in a Georgia August. When word of fun misuse spread faster than hot gossip at the beauty parlor on a Saturday afternoon, Lori lit up brighter than the lights on a Friday night football field. Now she's on the trail like a hound with a scent. And if you hand her the keys to the books, somebody's bound to get treed. When they heard the storm was coming, they boarded up the windows. But Kylie struck like lightning on a pine cone, splintering the wood and sending sparks flying. She's got more backbone than a plow mule, sweet as iced tea in a mason jar, and tougher than syrup sitting thick in the Georgia heat. While the crooked clubhouse is frying in its own grease, she's coming in hotter than a skillet on Fish Fry Friday. When it's time to choose, vote for the ones who stirred the grits and lit the fire, 'cause they're the ones who'll get the job done.
What'd you think of that? We're going to play that a couple more times. I'm your host, BKP. We are headed to Dalton. We are on our way to Dalton, Georgia, to eliminate the swamp creatures. The swamp creature and his little creaturettes. Yes, the creaturettes and the swamp creature will be drained after the weekend. And we head over there to do that. And by the way, Tyler, now I don't want you to miss the Georgia Hour. I have a special message. I know what you're thinking, like, wow, this is your last day and you still have a special message? Yes. The 2nd District of Georgia chairman, all right? The 2nd District of Georgia, Tyler Johnson. Can we get word that I'm going to be opening the Georgia Hour with a special dedicated message to the chairman of the Georgia 2nd District, Tyler Johnson. Take a break. When we come back, Epstein, Rocket Man, Trump, holy mackerel, Batman. Take a break.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Days Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Days Chevrolet, Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, I'm your host, BKP, and you're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. I look forward to going to Dalton. Good morning, Diane. I'll tell you why, Diane. I got a text message yesterday, and the text message said, I will see you in Dalton. And at first I thought, okay, who is this? What do you mean you will see me in Dalton? Like, I will see you in Dalton. I'm like, what's this all about? And then the next line was, what kind of cigar do you like? Don't try that at home, kids. That was the next line. I was like, okay, I could take that. Don't try that at home. I'm not advocating that. All right, so I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Let me get a little shot of coffee here. I was up late last night. I got a call from an old friend, Bill Quinn. He's old and he's a friend. Oh, that's my joke. I have great material today. Did you like that? Bill is doing great. I had to do that. So if he's listening, he got to laugh out loud. But I had to do that. We're back on the trail. I got that old hound dog right on it. He is sniffing the trail out right now, looking for something we think might be out there. But Bill Quinn of the Georgia Record, he's doing great. He really is. He's in great spirits. Called me last night. So just wanted to give a shout out. Many of you have sent messages asking how he is doing, and he is doing great. Bill Quinn from the Georgia Record. Now, okay, so let's get this clear. Are you ready, Diane? Clear. Because I want this for when we get the attacks. I am not accusing today President Donald Trump of being a pedophile. I'm not. Got it? Not doing it. But what I am going to do is I'm going to say, wait a minute, something doesn't add up. Now, this morning, as you well know, with my trained ear, I was reading articles while listening to the deep state corporate corrupt media with what kind of narrative they were going to put out. And I'm sitting here like this. I'm like, there it is. There it is. I heard it. So I stopped and I recorded it. I said, I knew that was coming this morning. So let's go with a couple things, because what I was telling people yesterday, wait a minute. Before Elon Musk, before January 20th, before inauguration, before the first, Trump's cabinet meeting, anything, there was the campaign, okay? And in the campaign, so let's go here, because we're just going to I told you this morning, I'm not going to yell at the camera for an hour of, I'm running down this lane. I'm going to lay some things out, because what I want you to do is think openly, discuss it openly, and not feel intimidated that, you can look at this however you want. So here you go. So remember, this right here. Now, a fact is a fact. They're battling over, Elon said you wouldn't win without me. Maybe not, right? But keep this in mind first. Give me number 19, Diane. Don't forget this. Let's walk into what we're about to do with this being the driver, okay? If Tom kills Jerry, the show is over. Don't forget that. Don't forget. If Tom kills Jerry, the show is over. Now, give me number 55. This is before. Let's go back. So Trump, Butler, PA, shot, ear, almost assassinated. Elon Musk endorses, but he throws, this is according to this number here, 55. He throws how many millions? She has to go into another box to get it, because I sent 100 and some pictures and she has them in boxes. So she'll get to that one in a minute. There you go. 291 million, right? Top individual Republican donors 23-24. Such ingratitude. Now, that's what Elon Musk said. Such ingratitude. How much money Musk funneled into the 2024 election? $291 million. Now, stay with the facts. You can get Elon Musk got nothing to do with Trump winning. Okay. Trump could have won by himself. I get it. I wear MAGA underoos and Trump won. I don't care. Okay, I get it. But a man who can put $291 million in a presidential campaign can throw $5 million at your campaign or against your campaign just like that. And what has happened in America today is the incumbent, the great incumbent, the great I am, the incumbent. Why, that's I, the incumbent, in front of my name. There's an I in team in my world because I'm the incumbent. So they've structured everything for the great incumbent to be untouchable in the majority of the election, the districts in the United States. They've set it up most are untouchable. But they had to put a group together, and you know that going in, that are what they would call competitive. And they do that because if there's no competitive and there's no challenge, then there's no reason to watch the 24-hour networks that have all been created. And there's no reason to do campaign spending and finance and corruption and just keep feeding the swamp. So you have your incumbents that are untouchable. You have the ones that are challenged. They are ones that are there's a challenging district there. That's so you'll watch the show. And then there's Elon Musk. And what do I mean by that is you have an incumbent. No way you want to run against them. No way you can come up with the money. They've got 10 million, right? They got 10 million. You got $50,000. No one will talk to you. They ice you out of everything. There's not a Republican Party in your district that will even allow you to speak. But all of a sudden, Elon Musk finds you, and the I in team called incumbent, the untouchables, I just don't like nothing about this person having $5 million. So we'll stay there. Keep that in mind, all right, in the grand scheme. The bill can get changed massively just by this theatrics. So we'll go there. Now, remember this, and I just want to put a couple things up. Remember this right here. Diane, give me number. I have it here. I had it here just a minute ago. Give me number 72. You remember when Biden left the astronauts up there? You remember that? SpaceX, Elon Musk company SpaceX will help NASA rescue 2 astronauts trapped on the International Space Station. You remember Biden left them all up there? And Elon went and got them. Remember that? Elon went and got them. Just saying. Biden left them up there. They were stuck. They went up there for a weekend pass, 3 days, 72 hours. I'll be back for lunch Tuesday. You know what? A year later? So Elon, SpaceX, they go get the people. Okay? Now, remember this right here? Because this absolutely amazed Donald Trump. Video 14. You remember Trump at those rallies? I watched that thing. It was going like this. And I called Elon. I said, is that real? Remember when we were wondering, was that video altered? Did SpaceX just back that rocket into the garage? Remember that? Right? So I told you this earlier in the week. If there's anything to look at, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. Okay, I'm not going to. If there's anything to look at here, you got to go and ask yourself, this is where your research lies, number 16. So the guy puts 290 some million into the campaign. All right. Now, we all know you get something for 291 million. You just do. There's a consolation prize. We know that. Now, Trump said, I have the video. I don't know if we'll get to it today, but Trump said what? Elon hasn't asked me for anything. Now, when they start saying it was the EV tax credit that really upset Elon Musk, go back on your own and research all the way back into Biden's administration, where Elon Musk has made comments an EV tax credit is not necessary. And you remember the cabinet meeting not long ago where Trump said this bill, Elon is not getting a tax credit for EVs. And he's not even upset. He's never asked me for anything. But he did. He did. And it was not an ask that was unreasonable. I mean, hey, you put 291 million in a campaign, you would think there was, you have that little baggie, you go there and you got the bag for, coming and what's in there? I got a blow dryer. Wow. All Elon Musk wanted, and when I say all, maybe I shouldn't say that. What Elon Musk wanted with SpaceX, and yes, I get the message, well, wait a minute, Elon Musk can't do this because he relies on government contracts to fund his operations. I get it. And the Dragon, what was it? The Dragon spacecraft. Remember, Elon said yesterday, I'll shut the Dragon spacecraft down. Remember the one that went and got the astronauts? Yeah. Okay, we need to talk. But here's the real research item. And quit falling for anything else. All right? The guy wants to go to Mars. He thinks the next level of civilization is on Mars. He wants little X to graduate from Mars High School. I'm serious, okay? The guy thinks something else should happen on Mars, no matter what you think of the guy. So he says to Trump, don't know this for a fact, okay, here's what I want. I want NASA. I want SpaceX and NASA to be in full harmony, working together so we can produce the next level to go to Mars and space exploration. Trump says, you got it. That's what you want, you got it. Anybody that can park a rocket in the garage like that, you got it. What do you want? I want to pick the director of NASA. You got it. You pick the director of NASA. So he does. This was Elon's pick. Now, on Saturday night, was it Saturday night? Trump pulls this guy. What was the spin coming out of the White House? Well, he gave money to Democrats. Trump gave money to Democrats. He, in the past, has been too close to Democrats. Trump went to Chelsea Clinton's wedding. So I'm not knocking. Remember, I put the hat up. You'll see it. I put the hat up. I'm not taking Trump out. But the Saturday night that Jared Isaacman, Elon Musk pick for NASA was pulled abruptly with a very poor explanation. The White House has withdrawn its nomination for NASA administrator, abruptly yanking a close ally to Elon Musk from consideration to lead the agency. Donald Trump said he would announce a new candidate soon. After review of prior association, I'm hereby taking this guy out. All right. After reviewing former associations of this guy. Now, I would say this very nicely about the President of the United States. I don't think we should analyze past associations and make all of our judgments. Oh, I don't think so. Yeah. I don't think we need to go there. So the bottom line is Saturday night, I think it was Saturday night for some reason, we're up to Friday, this guy's pulled. Now, is that the reason? But that really angered Elon because Elon wants NASA. That's what he wanted, like it or dislike it. So put this in the box when all the other deep state and all the other people are yelling and Steve Bannon is saying, deport Elon Musk. Really? Really? Okay. Stay focused. Now, take that down. So here is, it started with this, number 18. This may have been the first one. He put up kill the bill. All right. Mike Johnson. Then we have this started. I'm going to give you a handful of yesterday's. What took place. That's Elon Musk killed the bill. And then we have number 25, MAGA peace talks, right? MAGA peace talks. There you go. Musk offers olive branch to Trump. So apparently they're going to have a phone call today, number 26. I can't read the bottom. I'll have to do it over here. Elon Musk last night moved to de-escalate his feud with Donald Trump after trading insults on Thursday. All right. Then you have, give me number 29. I'm just going to go through some graphics here. Elon Musk pushes wild Trump body double conspiracy theory as their bromance implodes. This one, I have this one, MSNBC. This is a bomb, okay? To me, it's a bomb, and I'm going to tell you why. Give me number 30. This is when, and I'm just going to tell you, all right? Wait a minute. Hold on. I have to see, the jobs report came out at 8:30, and I'm just looking for it right now. The jobs report, I've been looking for it. All right, it's still keeping the Elon Musk is hitting still getting the lead. Why is that not a shocker? Elon Musk still gets the lead. Let's see over here. Hang tight. We're going to get back to this. I'm trying to look and see if the jobs report is showing up. I don't see it yet. It was supposed to come out at 8:30. So we'll get the job report in a minute. So this is the big one that dropped. Give me number 30. Time to drop the really big bomb. Real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. This is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, Donald J. Trump. Now, I didn't do this. Elon Musk did. Elon Musk put this out. All right. Now, we were promised the Epstein files. We've been promised this. We were promised this from Kash Patel. We've been promised this from Pam Bondi. We were promised this from Dan Bongino. We were promised this from Donald J. Trump. Promised. Promised the JFK file, the Epstein file, everything. You don't have this. So there's something that could be wrong. So let's look at a couple of these because we're putting everything out there. Pam Bondi video 3. I think this is the first one, video 3.
Hey, AJ, are we going to hear more about the January 6th commission? And what about the Epstein files? A lot of conversation about the Epstein files. And I recognize that when you're dealing with children, it takes much more time. You've got to ensure that what you're sending out publicly is not revealing any personal information. But can you give us a sense of those two items and whether or not we'll learn more about them?
Sure. You're going to hear, all I'll say on January 6th, you're going to hear a lot more about the January 6th commission in a very good way. And as to Epstein, yes, you're absolutely right, Maria. You know, tens of thousands of pages of documents and hundreds of victims of Jeffrey Epstein. Wow. So the FBI, they have been working round the clock at my directive, at Kash Patel's directive. Now Dan Bongino's there, who is a great asset for all of us at the FBI as well. But yeah, we have to protect their identity, their personal information to make sure they're safe. But other than that, we are releasing all of these documents as soon as we can get them redacted to protect the victims of him, of all of these horrific crimes that he committed.
That was back in March. Okay. Now, was Pam Bondi put in the DOJ, the Attorney General, to do what Trump needed done or to do right by the American people? I'm just wondering. So now here is video 1. Let's go to video 1. Pam Bondi outside the White House.
James Comer said yesterday that all the Epstein files are missing. Can you confirm the status of them? We still haven't heard from you.
No, the FBI, they're reviewing, there are tens of thousands of videos of Epstein with children or child porn. And there are hundreds of victims. And no one victim will ever get released. It's just the volume, and that's what they're going through right now. The FBI is diligently going through that. I haven't seen that statement, but I'll call him later and find out.
Martin seems to be facing a very...
Okay. Epstein files. Now, again, I started out, I am not calling the President of the United States a pedophile. Now, give me video 2.
Yesterday, Attorney General of the United States Pam Bondi was at the White House and disclosed what she represented as brand new information in relation to Jeffrey Epstein. The existence of tens of thousands of videos featuring little children.
There are tens of thousands of videos of Epstein with children or child porn.
Now, this is the first time an official has publicly acknowledged that videos of Epstein and his victims exist. What you may not know is just 9 days prior, the Attorney General had a very similar conversation with a total stranger in a restaurant.
Do you know when the Epstein files are going to get released?
We hope soon. The FBI's been...
Okay.
So,
any dates?
No, you know what it is? There are tons of thousands of videos.
Yeah.
And it's all with little kids. So they have to go through every one.
In the past, officials have spoken about the, quote, mountain of evidence in the Epstein case. But they've never, previous to that moment, acknowledged on the existence of videos of, quote, little kids. Just a few days later, at 2 p.m. on May 1st, our reporter sent the AG's office the text of the recording. We asked why this detail had not been disclosed to the public, but was instead being told to a random stranger at a restaurant. the Attorney General used almost the exact same language as she did with the stranger in the restaurant, language that we shared with her press office.
There are tens of thousands videos, and it's all with little kids.
There are tens of thousands of videos of Epstein with children or child porn.
Now, we hesitated to publish this story, but believe, like we did yesterday, that the public has a right to know. And this one raises serious questions. On one hand, why did our country's highest law enforcement official share this information first not with the American people, but with a self-described nanny at brunch? But more importantly, why was this information held back in the first place? Does this show that a government apparatus is still working behind the scenes to protect powerful people involved in the scandal? Based upon the response to our Epstein story yesterday, it's clear that the American people want answers, and they want accountability.
All right, so you're going to see on Facebook and Twitter and X and Truth, if Donald Trump was in the Epstein files, the Democrats would already have had that released. Well, again, we don't know that, but could they have released Donald Trump's without releasing others? We'll just put it like that. So what powerful people, thousands, hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, whatever, with children, powerful people being protected, we don't know. Now, I will say this. Give me 44. It has pushed the envelope. You can't put this back in the box. And I'm telling you, last night, this is when things got quiet. Democrats probe whether Trump is in the Epstein files. Interesting. Give me the New York Times, 45. Musk, in the bottom corner, Musk suggests Trump is in Epstein files, a source of endless conspiracy, right? Number 46. This is from The Hill. Musk says Trump is named in the Epstein files. Bondi accused of serious professional misconduct in Florida bar complaint. That's all they have there. But the top one, Musk retaliates against Trump, claims he is in the Epstein files. See what else we have here. $48. Now, I'm not validating these publications. I'm just saying you got to look all the way around everything. White House cries uncle as it officially replies to Elon. The billionaire has accused Trump administration of withholding the Epstein files for a shocking reason. Up in the corner, why Trump fears Musk Epstein bomb. Most of all, biographers. Number 49, here is another headline. Why Musk hit a nerve by saying Trump is in the Epstein files. Let's see. Give me 52. The Clash of the Titans, semaphore. But over there, he's got to go. The MAGA right cheers Musk, Trump rift. Steve Bannon's wanting Elon Musk deported. Well, I don't want him deported. I will say that. Let me see what else I have. It's even Russia Today, 57. Musk makes Epstein files claim about Trump. Let's see what else we have here. He also wants him impeached. 59. Musk should be deported from U.S. immediately. This is Steve Bannon. a former White House chief strategist and key ally of the president, suggests Thursday the tech billionaire Elon Musk should be deported. Really? Seriously? Number 60, Musk says real reason Epstein files have not been made public is because Trump is in them. Period. Now, I'm just saying, it sure got busy. Things sure took a different direction. Very quickly, right? So let me make sure. Let me see what else I have. The networks. I want to get the networks in on this, because that is what now. You see, they don't want the Epstein files released. Let's go with that. I'll give you my analysis of all of this in just a second. Here you go. Number 86. In 1982, Trump partied with Jeffrey Epstein. Just going to leave this here. All right. CNN is in on it. CNN 87. They put it out. And then let's see. I remember when Trump, you remember the day Trump was selling Teslas? Hold on, just making sure MSNBC doesn't have something of interest. So here you go. Give me number 111. So what we have right now, we've talked about the rocket. We've talked about NASA. All right. I do not see an issue with the EV mandates. Got it? Do not see that issue. Period. Elon Musk started talking about the bankruptcy of this country long before Inauguration Day. Period. All right. He ran into Washington, D.C., the swamp of all swamps. You can see what happened right here in Georgia. Think about it. Elon Musk goes to D.C., the swamp surround him. I don't care if you're the richest man in the world. We'll figure out how to destroy you. We'll figure out how to get you out of here. Right here in Georgia, the swamp. I mean, they're doing everything to hold on to their power in Georgia. We'll get into that at 10 o'clock. But let me say this. So we got the rocket. We got NASA. That's a problem. Then we have the possibility that this is all a spin, and there could be a lot of money going to primaries against representatives that do not vote for a bill that has cuts in it and the waste cut out and the earmarks we talked about that Republicans put in there. That's right. I mean, the spending bill should be it should be 89 pages, not 1,100. That being said, and then remember, things cooled off when Elon said Epstein. I'm just telling you. And we have been waiting for the file. Give me 114. AG Pam Bondi. This is back in February 21st. February 21st of this year, AG Pam Bondi vows to release bombshell Epstein documents, which could include client list. Are there tens of thousands of videos of kids, or is the DOJ going through there and sorting out certain names? Are they clearing out certain names before they claim to release it? Right? Just saying. I carry no one's water, and I look at everything. And number 15, this is going around the internet. I did not put this together. I didn't do it, right? It's not Photoshop. Here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, these are multiple pictures of Trump and Ghislaine Maxwell, and Jeffrey Epstein. That's a fact. So what are they cleaning up in the files? And let me close this segment with saying once again, I'm not making an accusation that Donald Trump is a pedophile. But I can look you in the eye and tell you that Donald Trump knew Jeffrey Epstein. He knew him pretty well. Take a break.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Days Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Days Chevrolet, Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender. We take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Okay. I tell you, I like the text messages. I like the text messages. Keep them coming, because everyone is really, you guys are doing a great job thinking this out. I really, and that's, we talk about that on the show all the time. The show's never about just, this is what it is. The show's not about me yelling, yelling and saying deport somebody. It's not about that. It's, we discuss things all the way around. Now, this is some real deep state stuff. Real deep state stuff. Got it? Because here's what we want to keep putting out there. And I think this group right here, when we're done today, will say, Now, I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Good morning, Diane. At 10 o'clock, we will have the Georgia Hour. And I have a special message for Tyler Johnson, the 2nd District Chair. I want to, I'm going to direct, it's not going to be ugly. It's going to be a special message for the 2nd District Chair, Tyler Johnson, at 10 a.m. this morning. So, wow, it seems like it was just last week it seems like it was just a couple days ago when an 18-month planned mission to attack called Spiderweb Russia from Ukraine happened, knowing that if it was planned for 18 months, it went all the way back to Burns at the CIA, right? It went all the way back to Blinken, Jake Sullivan, and the Otto pen, right? It seems like that just recently happened. And then it seems like just recently, some more deep state stuff. Lindsey Graham and Blumenthal, senators, were over there with Zelensky, telling him, basically, we're going to have the backing once your plan goes off. We're going to have the backing of the American people and Congress to get you more weapons and money so you can keep fighting. And then it seems like just a couple days ago, former CIA director Mike Pompeo was over in Ukraine. So just a couple days ago. I mean, things move fast. Seems like, right, just a couple days ago. Right? Damn. Boy, you can't make this up. And then it seems like the question started coming up when Zelensky was in the Oval Office and Trump and Rubio and J.D. Vance were going after him. You don't have the cards. Were they aware he had the cards when they were sitting there? Damn. And then it seems like just a couple days ago, all this happened. And then, as we go on, and then it seems like after we wonder about the cards, did Trump know about it, or did the new CIA director Ratcliffe know about it? And then, just like that, the world's richest man gets into a fight with Trump, and people want to pass it off like, oh, we knew that would happen. So give me video. Well, first of all, I absolutely think the world of Tim Burchett, Congressman Tim Burchett over in Tennessee. I think he is authentic. I don't really care from Kennedy or Louisiana. But here's a little Washington, D.C. swamp rhetoric. Give me video 8.
I don't know what motivated this disturbance to begin, but obviously it's not helpful. My way is that policy disputes are not personal, and I've tried very hard to speak with Elon over and over, and talk with him about what I believe are misconceptions he has about this bill and what it is.
Other Republican lawmakers say that they hope the two can overcome their differences, but seem to fall firmly on the side of President Trump.
Right now, this tit for tat going back and forth isn't healthy. I tell you what, Elon, this is what I'll do. Come down to Texas 22nd District, right? I'll pay your filing fee and run against me.
I'd go with Trump politically. The two biggest dogs in the pound. They're going to turn on each other eventually, and that's what's happening.
So you can't gloss over the two biggest dogs in the pound are going to turn on each other eventually. You can't gloss over that. You just can't. That has to bring you back to earth. No pun intended there, Rocket Man. Okay? You can't gloss over that one. I mean, but what was the word in there? Did you catch the word? I have to go with Trump on this one politically, right? Politically. I have to go with Trump on this one politically. I got to go with him. Back in my hometown, my district, Trump's polling pretty high. I got to stay politically right there for now. All right? But Tim Burchett said, Congressman from Tennessee, hey, it's going to happen. Two biggest dogs in the pound. It's hot out there. They're going to turn on each other. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I mean, I've actually seen that happen. So, okay. Now, that being said, so it seems like just the other day, everything was happening with Ukraine, Russia. Just 2 days ago, Trump had a phone conversation with Vladimir Putin. Putin said, look, I'm not going to make a deal. I'm going to attack them. Just yesterday, the German chancellor was in the White House while all this was happening. Diane, I sent you another picture. I don't know if you got it. I didn't think about telling you it was out there. I know when we're doing the show and I send you a fresh pic, I have to tell you it's out there. It is number 117, if you get it. So I just want to say this right here. All right. Even though Elon Musk has gained a lot of his wealth from you and I, the taxpayers, with government contracts. He does produce something. Something gets produced. Mike Johnson, these people, we talked about it yesterday. Republicans in 2021 got together. Republicans in 2021 got together and put earmarks back on spending bills. Remember, after the Tea Party, don't forget, we showed you yesterday, right? You could go look it up. 2010, the Tea Party, we got upset and we said we want no more earmarks, Republicans, on spending bills. Spending bills have to be clean. No more earmarks. 2011. Because a reconciliation bill is only supposed to have budgetary items. Not supposed to have anything outside of that. They have a parliamentarian. You're going to hear that any day in the Senate. The parliamentarian in the Senate goes through the bill. They got a whole team, and they say, well, this is not, I'm going to use that word that I don't like to use, germane. This is not germane to the bill. That's exactly what you're getting ready to hear. This is not germane to the bill. But that being said, then in 2021, after they stole an election, after they passed bills to put out trillions of dollars, Republicans voted again to help Democrats allow earmarks. Go look it up. 2021 earmarks. Meaning now they can pack on their bridges. Look, 2 days ago, and I've said this over and over, I don't attack anyone. I really don't. I just put up what's out there. Number 24, right? Of all people, remember Marjorie Taylor Greene, Kevin, right? What was his name? What was that Kevin guy's name I didn't really like? MacArthur? Was that his name? McCarthy? Kevin McCarthy. I didn't really care for him. But anyhow, Marjorie really liked him. That's the word. She really liked Kevin. That is the understanding. But anyhow, full transparency. That's all you got to do. I did not know about sections on 278 and 279 of the OBB that strip states of the rights to make laws or regulate AI for 10 years. Now, there's no coincidence here. Most of you out there do not watch the deep state media. But at the same time, she's coming out with this every single day now. Every single day, the deep state corporate corrupt media is running stories. Give me number 105 and 106 and we'll come back. Every single day we show you here. 105, every day, new artificial intelligence model refuses human commands, and then 106. So basically, this little story this morning says that they have tested certain AI programs and asked them to shut down, and they refuse to shut down. And everything they try to do, the AI program refuses to shut down. Marjorie Taylor Greene, you think that was a coincidence? AI? You think all these stories about AI? But it proves they don't read these bills. It's 1,100 pages. Elon Musk said they don't read these bills. They just vote on them in the dark of night. Folks, the 1,100-page beautiful bill, big beautiful bill, was debated at 1 a.m. in the morning. And this is not a Democrat talking point. It's just a fact it was debated at 1 a.m. in the morning. Got it? And it did not have 72 hours before the vote. So take that down. Republicans got earmarks on it. And give me 117. Did I call for that earlier? Did I send it? Because that's a new one. There you go. Trump makes peace talks power play after Elon posts shock Epstein video, then tried to call president. Call me, maybe. So I don't know on the Epstein file. I really don't know. I just know it hasn't been released. And I know that's when things went quiet. And we got some real deep state stuff going on. Absolutely deep state. Things are hidden under the cover. Trump had a phone conversation with Vladimir Putin. Trump had a phone conversation with Xi Jinping. There's some real deep state stuff going on here. Please let me know what you think. Now, we're going to take another break so I can come back. I've got a different segment I want to switch gears on. We can continue to talk about this. I got a different segment. And then at 10 o'clock, we're going to have the Georgia Hour. Now, don't forget the Georgia Hour. We are talking about give me this one right here, Diane. Actually, Diane, I'm going to see you tomorrow. No violence, Diane. I got to tell her ahead of time. I haven't seen Diane in a while. I mean, she may be storing up as David Allen Cole would say. You better not be, Diane. Give me number 113. Governor Kemp, once again, will not be at the convention. There will still be internal. Try it again, BKP. There will still be internal friction when the state GOP convention kicks off. Governor Kemp is skipping the event, as he's done since he was booed in 2021. But the struggle between mainstream, the establishment, and MAGA that dominated past GOP conventions, that's faded out. It's faded out. Grassroots, MAGA roots, you guys are gone. Faded out. Let's roll the tape just to do it. And then we'll go to break. Give me number 4. Video 4.
When the good old boys locked him out, David didn't back down. He stood firm like an old Georgia oak, roots dug deep, ready to weather the storm. He ain't slipping up the crooked clubhouse ladder. He's earning every rung with grit and fire. Hunker down, 'cause David's blowing in like a Georgia hurricane, and those rotten shingles about to crumble like cornbread at a family reunion food fight. Lisa's like thunder rolling in the distance. You feel her coming long before she hits. From the red clay roads of Upson County to the back roads and front porches, she turned out voters faster than biscuits fly at a Sunday supper. She's flying in for that seat like a Georgia hailstorm, ready to shake things loose, while her opponent spins like a tornado in a trailer park. From county meetings where she brings the heat, to pounding pavement on neighborhood streets, Noreen's hustled harder than a rooster in a hen house at sunrise. Like a Waffle House, she's open, reliable, and ready to serve. Coming in hotter than a pepper patch in a Georgia August. When word of fun misuse spread faster than hot gossip at the beauty parlor on a Saturday afternoon, Lori lit up brighter than the lights on a Friday night football field. Now she's on the trail like a hound with a scent. And if you hand her the keys to the books, somebody's bound to get treed. When they heard the storm was coming, they boarded up the windows. But Kylie struck like lightning on a pine cone, splintering the wood and sending sparks flying. She's got more backbone than a plow mule, sweet as iced tea in a mason jar, and tougher than syrup sitting thick in the Georgia heat. While the crooked clubhouse is frying in its own grease, she's coming in hotter than a skillet on Fish Fry Friday. When it's time to choose, vote for the ones who stirred the grits and lit the fire, 'cause they're the ones who'll get the job done.
All right, we're going to go to break, and when we return, I guess Trump's not happy with his Tesla. He's not happy. I'm sending you a video I want you to put in. We're going to take a break. I'm your host, BKP. We'll be right back after these brief messages.
Dave Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Dave Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay, family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on Voice of Rural America. At 10 o'clock, we will have the Georgia Hour. What we are doing this morning is we're putting everything out. We're putting everything out. We're laying all the evidence on the table. We're whiteboarding it. We're putting it into categories like, hi, Diane, how are you? At 10 o'clock, we'll have the Georgia Hour. I just a minute ago, a background check was sent to me. It's published. It's public for Karen Henschel, the bookkeeper at the Georgia GOP, Inc. It's published. It's out there. Sent to me. We'll talk about that. Now, also at 10 o'clock, hey, Diane, people are asking, where can they get the MAGA Roots endorsement video that we're running? Can we get that? Now, she's very busy, folks. Okay, so this is a special request. It's like I'm doing a Casey Kasem long distance hotline request. Can we get that video posted on Voice of Rural America Facebook page, Voice of Rural America Facebook page, and start getting it pushed out where people can find it on Facebook, Voice of Rural America, and start pushing that out? People really like that. Thank you, Diane. And by the way, Diane, I sent you 3 more pictures. God, I'm going to be in trouble. By the way, hi, Diane. Hope you're doing well. Now, that being said, I told you this in the opening of the show. 10 o'clock, special message for Tyler Johnson. He is the second district chair for the Georgia GOP. I have a special message for Tyler. You don't want to miss it. You're going to really enjoy it. So, you remember the day that, give me 95. You remember the day when they were throwing Molotov cocktails at all of the Teslas and spray painting them? You remember the day when Donald Trump bought his first Tesla, right? Trump just took his public feud with Musk to a new level, going after his money. But you remember the day where Trump turned the president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, turned the White House into a Tesla test drive car lot for all to see? Remember that? He was bragging about it. How much is this one? Wow, let's sit inside, right? Then he bought one. Well, do you have that video I just sent you? Fox video? I just sent it. I didn't number it. Can you put that up if you have it? I didn't tell you I sent it. Maybe I didn't tell you. Did it come through? That's all I need to know. Give me the high sign. That's all I have to have is a high sign. You don't know the high sign?
I can't do 2 things at the same time. It's the same program. You got to have patience. I'm working on it.
You see what I'm dealing with, folks? You see that? Right there. You see what I'm dealing with? She wants me to have patience.
I was going to give you something.
Oh, my God. Just to think what? Just to think what?
I was going to give you a present tomorrow, but, you know, you're pushing it.
Just to think. They want, you see what I'm dealing with, folks? You see firsthand. They want me to have patience. Patience. Hold on there, Baba Louie. All right, so let me say this while Diane is working on that. So, remember that? Now, I want to say something else while we're getting that. So, remember, don't forget, Lindsey Graham could go over to Ukraine. But guess who got Starlink into Western North Carolina just like that? Guess who put a shipment of Starlink into Western North Carolina for the people there just like that overnight? They were hooking up Starlink and they had communication so they could set up rescue teams and communicate. Who did that? That was Elon Musk. Well, he should have. It's the right thing to do. But you remember when he done that? I'm just saying. I'm wondering when, can you tell me the last time the richest man in the world was called on to do the right thing for Americans and he didn't do it? I just don't know. Because I remember, because right over here, I can almost throw a rock to Western North Carolina. And as you well know, my first cousin died in a mudslide up there in Hurricane Helena, that disaster up there and what happened in Western North Carolina. And I went up there immediately afterwards, as you well know. He got Starlink up there. Just saying. Lindsey Graham got more money to Ukraine. Just saying. This is some CIA deep state stuff. Can you get the video? Did you get?
We're told that Tesla, still sitting there, the red Tesla with Florida tags, is either going to be given away or sold off. And
no Tesla for you. What is happening? What is happening? Wow. Okay, so just saying. Wow. Whoa. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, yesterday, don't forget, Trump had a conversation. We're going to play what President Trump put out with Xi Jinping. Give me video 6.
We had a very good talk, and we've straightened out any complexity. It's very complex stuff, and we straightened it out. The agreement was we're going to have Scott and Howard and Jameson will be going and meeting with their top people and continue it forward. But no, I think we have everything. I think we're in very good shape with China and the trade deal. We have a deal with China, as you know, but we were straightening out some of the points having to do mostly with rare earth, magnets, and some other things.
Those reduced trade tariff rates, they remain in effect?
Yeah, we have the deal. I mean, we've had a deal. We announced the deal, and we'll be, I guess you could say, I wouldn't even say finalizing it up, Scott. I would say we have a deal, and we're going to just make sure that everybody understands what the deal is. Okay? We had a really good conversation. By the way, he invited me to China, and I invited him here. We've both accepted. So I'll be going there with the First Lady at a certain point, and he'll be coming here, hopefully, with the First Lady of China.
All right, folks. China and the president of China, Xi Jinping, and Donald Trump had a long discussion yesterday. Trade, give me 83 and 84. Trade went. We are. I don't know if you're experiencing any shortages on products of things you've purchased, but the trade deficit plunged. It absolutely plunged. 84, these are real numbers. 84, the trade deficit in April. March, the trade deficit was 138 billion. In April, it went down to 61, meaning we did not import billions of dollars, meaning our manufacturers in this country, they got more business. It's the bottom line. We did not export as much. The deficit shrunk. We're manufacturing somewhere. There you go. So look at it that way. Now, I told you this when we opened what I was listening for. You remember what I was listening for? Give me MSNBC video 9.
Before, we just had to make sure we stayed with Trump. This was relatively easy. Now we're stuck between, Trump and also the guy who could finance, unlimited primaries and general election contests to us if he really wants. That is not a decision. That is not a choice that anybody in Congress wants to make, especially when you have this bill coming down the pike.
Yeah.
See, I was sitting over here. Let me explain to you what happened. I was over here and I'm scanning Russia Today and all these other international websites. And I said, there it is. There it is. Now, one more. Dabbling in a primary, video 10.
Worse than this? And I responded, I think we both know that the answer is yes, because I do think we both know the answer is yes. The thing that would make it worse, I think, Adam, is Musk then starting to dabble in any of these primaries or elections against Republicans. I mean, are you hearing that bubbling? I know we don't know what it's going to look like from the Musk factor, but people are still worried about it, at least in my conversations.
Absolutely. I mean, there's really deep worry among kind of rank and file members. It's unclear, right, whether Elon wants to get back in this. He made a huge show over the last several weeks going on this kind of media tour of this idea that he's getting out of politics. He's going back, focusing on his companies, which have not been doing well, Tesla in particular, over the last quarter or so. The question here is, whether he would want to now jump right back into politics, starting to fund some of these primaries. He did float the idea of, trying to create a third party for the, quote, 80% in the middle. We'll see if that follow-through happens. A lot of stuff clearly said in the heat of the moment. There's going to be an effort today to kind of broker a truce, bring down the tensions here. We'll see if that's successful, and that could have a lot of influence over kind of how this goes politically for Republicans across the party.
The Tesla being removed from the White House. Now, is this something that is being set up to maybe get liberals to like Elon again and buy a Tesla? I don't know. But remember this, and some of you are sending me certain messages that I don't disagree with. But remember this, when you're the richest man in the world, let's go to the facts. He's the richest man in the world. All right? Period. As of this morning, still the richest man in the world that I'm aware of. And when you are the richest man in the world, right, wrong, or indifferent, you could dabble. He could dabble anywhere he wants this afternoon. Dabble a little more tomorrow. Well, I could take the next day off and not dabble at all. And then come back Monday with a lot of dabbling. So I want to end the Elon discussion for the day because we've laid everything out on the table. Could it possibly be that the bill changes? Because I told you yesterday, lawmakers on Capitol Hill do not have the simplest, give me number 33. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill do not have the simplest understanding of how things work. Yeah, they don't. Financially, business-wise. Now, I don't dislike attorneys because I have one in the family. I got to be careful. I got an attorney in the family, so I don't dislike attorneys. But at the same time, the true nuts and bolts of business and producing something and not how the court system works, attorneys don't understand the private sector. They don't. There's a lot of people in the medical field. Easy, back off me. That they're not clear on exactly how the private sector works. That's not a negative to either one of these great professions, especially doctors. Doctors much more than attorneys. Wow, get out, don't get in trouble. But that being said, the majority of these people do not understand the real world of how things are. Give me 98. Remember, if Tom catches Jerry, the show's over. Elon Musk tweeted out something from Mike Johnson, March 5th, 2023, right? The federal debt has just toppled 31. Is that 31.4 trillion? And the Congressional Budget Office now spending fiscal 2022 will 5.2 trillion. Elon Musk tweeted out, where is the Mike Johnson of 2023? They don't understand how things work. So 33, did I put 33 up? I don't know if I did. And then I'm going to throw one more wrench, 108. This guy here. Some real deep state stuff going on. Deep state stuff going on. Remember, he endorsed Ron DeSantis. He's never liked Trump to begin with, Thomas Massey. Is he correct? Fiscally? Wow. All right, so we're going to go. I'm going to leave the German chancellor out of it this morning. We're going to leave. Let's see if there's anything else I want. Oh, give me video 11.
Reporting for us there. So Jonathan Lemire, as you know, yesterday, this was so explosive, this back and forth, that actually made a lot of people put X back onto their phones if they had deleted it some many months ago. But it's worth remembering it was 1 week ago.
I was like when they, I hear that, well, I really enjoy the two largest dogs in the pound. Sooner or later, they're going to go after each other. But I like when I hear that because I get up this morning and I'm preparing and all these, my wheels are turning, whether you believe it or not. I have wheels, they turn. I'm like, I wonder what the traffic on X and Truth. And I wonder how many people signed up for the Truth app and how many signed up for X yesterday, or if they deleted X because they're on the left side, they put X back on so they could see. If they're on the left and they can't stand True Social, but they put it on so they could see over there. I was like, I wonder what the traffic was like. And I wonder if the traffic was so high that maybe advertisers spent more money. Maybe the value of them went up. Welcome to the show that never ends, right? You know the song, Welcome to the show that never ends. And then here's what I pulled up this morning, Diane. I'm not going to sing, I promise. Where's it at? I was thinking of this one right here. She packed my bags last night pre-flight. 0 hour, 9 a.m. Rocket Man. Elon, sorry, I'll never do that again. That was not necessary. What is today? Give me number 61. I know you think I forgot, but I did not. Today, number 61. On this day, June 6, 1944, Normandy Beach, right? All gave some gave all. This is D-Day. June 6, 1944. God bless America. God bless these men that weathered that beach that day and to be no more. To be no more. God bless them. And your families are out there. So June 6, 1944, D-Day. All gave some gave all. These are the days that you have to stop and think, why do I keep going? Why don't I just stop? Why don't I just turn all this off and go outside and cut the grass? America, it's the challenge is so large, but the country is so great that you don't turn your back on it. Now we're going over to Dalton in a couple hours. And we're going up against, give me video 12. We're going up against video 12.
These people are evil people.
We're going up against them in Dalton. I'm telling you, we are. I mean, I am there's other things that may resemble it, but firsthand, the most recent in my lifetime that I can remember, I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen the surrounding of a swamp creature and creaturettes, knowing financial mismanagement. That's what we're using nice words today. There could be, after the investigation, there could be something like a theft by conversion. I'm just saying, with everything out there, they're still cheering for the swamp creature. You can't make this up. So we're going to go with this video. Give me video 13 before we go to break in our Georgia Hour. Video 13.
Now, y'all best understand the mess we're in. Josh waltzed in like sweet tea on a hot day, but that pitcher was full of vinegar. He sold his soul quicker than a set of Fiesta dishes at a Saturday garage sale. Then there's Sally, strutting like she won Best in Show at the Cobb County Election Fair. But try to pin her down for answers, and she's slipperier than okra on a tin roof in July. Brad's big as a bull now, but folded like a lawn chair. Betsy, the self-appointed name cop swatting folks like flies for using the wrong vowel. Jeff showed up out of nowhere, smoother than a snake in Sunday shoes, eyeing that checkbook like a fox in a hen house. Susie started out right, but sold her soul faster than a June bug flying to a porch light on a hot Georgia night. Jaquan blew in like a summer squall, loud enough to wake the chickens, gone before the rooster crowed. They've rolled out the welcome mat, but if he wins, the no trespassing sign'll hang tighter than a tick on a hound. He's fresh as a summer creek, but he ain't got the backbone for the big leagues. Now, let's talk about Josh's off-her-leash chief soul seller Dooley, stirring up more mess than a possum in a picnic basket. Bless her screeching little heart. Louder than a preacher at a tent revival, barking like a chihuahua in a thunderstorm. They thought they could run the joint like a backroom poker game, but the jig's up. Like Mama coming down the hall with a wooden spoon, justice is on its way. And when it hits, that crooked clubhouse will sizzle like fatback in Grandma's cast iron skillet.
Folks, we'll be over in Dalton this afternoon. We'll be there all day tomorrow. And then I'll be at a birthday party Sunday. It's nonstop. And I guess I got to cut the grass Monday. I don't know. I got to look at my calendar. Just a quick note before we get out. 10 o'clock is the Georgia Hour. I want to show you something here. By the way, Governor Brian Kemp will not be there. Will not be there. Now, the AJC and the Democrats and the Democrat wing of the Republican Party are all cheering for our swamp creature. If Josh McCoon is reelected Georgia GOP chair, the Democrats will take every bit of this exposed possible corruption and they will run with it. Yes, they're waiting. They want Josh. The AJC wants Josh. So let me just say this. This is number 75. Okay. This is Mayor Andrew Dickens. And I got a very interesting phone call yesterday afternoon. This is Mayor Andrew Dickens of Atlanta. All right. I got a phone call yesterday afternoon. It was very interesting, and I respect this individual. We have it's tough to take the call because the call lasts for well over an hour because this individual has the backstory. This individual has some insider info So this always lasts over an hour. This person wanted to make a friendly bet that this will be the next governor of Georgia. Now, I don't know. I'm not telling you that. I don't know. And then this individual said, you need to understand, Brian and Marty Kemp like this guy, the mayor of Atlanta. They like him. He's charismatic. He's easy to listen to. He is. Just saying. I just want to put it out there. Putting it out there, you do what you want with it. All right? Now, we also have, don't forget, number 62, Brian Kemp's trying to make a backdoor deal. I want to throw this one out. The governor of Georgia is trying to make a backroom deal. Is a mystery GOP Senate candidate on the horizon for Georgia? Brian Kemp and Donald Trump are trying to make a deal on someone they can both agree on. This is interesting. Give me number 64. Don't forget this guy out here. We've talked about him. This is the Georgia Agriculture Commissioner, Tyler Harper. He's 39 years old. Family, very wealthy, big-time farmer in the state, well-known, does not have a voting record to push back on. He was in the Georgia State Senate, but the last term, he's AG, so doesn't have a voting record. He showed up at about everything Trump. He could trump, and he was there wearing his red hat. And Brian Kemp's very fond of him. Now, number 65, this is Mike Collins. That's Tyler Harper. And Tyler Harper has met with John Thune and has met with Tim Scott, Republican Senatorial Election Committee. Tyler has, and he's very friendly with Brian Kemp. Very friendly. Red hat, very friendly with Kemp. Here's Mike Collins, a congressman from the 10th district. Who could be out there? Now, we'll talk about that later. So Kemp, he is not coming to the convention. Brian Kemp, our governor, is not coming to the convention. And don't forget, he said he had another path. He really, remember this, number 14, he left the party behind. He got a different path. He's looking at this a whole different way. And he will not be at the convention, but he's headed to 74. Oh, you're going to like this one. He's headed to Canada. He'll be in Canada. I'll be in Dalton. We'll take a break. When we come back, the Georgia Hour.
Massive truck discounts are back at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Up to $12,500 off Silverado 1500s. Up to $9,000 off Silverado 2500s. Don't wait for Memorial Day. Get them before they're gone. $12,500 off Silverado 1500s. $9,000 off Silverado 2500s at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching The Georgia Hour. The Georgia Hour on voiceofruralamerica.com. Diane, how are you? Now, we are going into... Hold on a minute. Hold on just a minute. Hold on just a second. Yes. Yeah. All right, I'm on the air. I thought you might have an emergency document. Later. All right, so I got to take every call. I thought they might have a document. You heard what I said. Now, anyhow, boom, 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 boom. There you go. So, Diane, I'm headed over to Dalton here for the convention. So, let's start. If you just joined us at 10 o'clock, because some of you don't get here till 10 o'clock, let's start with yesterday there was a state committee meeting, the Georgia State Committee meeting. And if you're out there this morning and you're a member of the Georgia State Committee meeting, or if you're out there this morning and you're headed to the convention, would you go up to your state committee member that represents you back home and say, how many earth-shattering, how many major decisions did you vote on yesterday? Did you get to vote on yesterday? How many? Nothing. You didn't get to vote on anything. You didn't make any major decisions. I mean, Josh McCoon filibustered the meeting. We all know what happened. He ignored several members of the state committee that tried to make a motion and ask a question. Josh McCoon pretended like they weren't even in the room. The bottom line, all right? So ask your state committee member, or if you are a state committee member, how do you feel this morning knowing that you are told you're the governing body of the Georgia GOP? Do you think that will change come Monday? It'll be all right come Monday. Well, let's leave it there. So now, paper ballots at the convention, period. Let's go there. Give me number 5. So we did this. We've got to tick off some things because we're not going a full hour today. This is Turning Technologies. Our understanding is it was close to $13,000. Josh McCoon did not have to get anyone's approval, authority to do this. Close to $13,000. These clickers have been purchased. On the way, I guess they have them. I don't know who is. I wonder on these new clickers if Brant Frost is programming them right now. I mean, he has in the past. Wonder who's doing the programming on these clickers right now, setting it up, downloaded the software on these clickers. So they're going to start in the convention to tell you if you want a paper ballot, you better put about 5 more hours in your schedule. Debbie Doulis is going to give me number 12. Debbie Doulis and all of them are going to go through the convention. And I not just know, but hell no, Donald J. Trump, you might as well say that, will strongly oppose it. I strongly oppose using paper ballots. It'll take forever. Take that down. So they intend to push you towards the clicker and tell you, hey, some of your favorites won before, so it ought to be a chance you're willing to take. I will pursue and ask for paper ballots, and I will not be deterred by them claiming it's going to take 5 more hours. You're just going to get to the karaoke party a little late, Josh. All right, take that down. That's one thing we wanted to cover. Now, we're going to talk about the candidates momentarily. So I wanted to go with this. Everything changes. I did not. Now, because it does not bother me to put it on the program, but I did not pull this report. There's people out there doing a lot of research. And when this program has discussed multiple times, Karen Henschel has been there almost 16 years. So we're not here today to attack Karen Henschel. We have a treasurer's comment that uses what is it called? Conversion, not embezzlement, but conversion, right? But uses that in a statement, possible embezzlement. We have a treasurer's comment on Karen Henschel. That would be Lori McLean's comment in a letter to the executive committee saying Karen Henschel has filed multiple reports, altered multiple reports without my knowledge. And I've asked her nicely, don't do that. So someone has run 118. A reason I don't have a problem with this per se, my God, I mean, they've misled. So this is, you can go find this, people, if you want to look at it later. As I was analyzing everything, I had researched around the GOP. You could go look up Tim Sharp. I personally don't know the guy. I don't know him. I never met. We never shook hands. We never had a meal. I personally don't know the guy. As I was analyzing everything I had researched around the Georgia GOP before the convention started, I realized that I had left out one essential piece of research. My attention has been solely placed on the elected members of the board, and I had neglected to look at the GOP's only employee. I was reminded of this after reviewing emails, Josh McCoon and his defense of her control of the financial account. So this is a report. Now, listed on the background report are a list of known alias names that have been used. This is a report. He has posted this. This is public. So I'm not doing anything. This is public. This is out there. And Karen, if this is inaccurate, you're more than welcome to call me, tell me, and we'll get it out there. Listed on the background report are a list of known alias names that have been used. This is very common, as many women who have been divorced may have used married name at some point. I don't know. This is the post. Karen's report lists alias as Karen Bush. Now, we're going to leave it there. So what are some of the documents? Just like we put up with Sally Grubbs, the documents. Now, this is online. I keep saying that. This is, when you see down here, this is out there, public. Give me 119. January 30th, 2012. Crime location, cop. Crime type, felony. Crime classification, felony. Offense code, cocaine. Now, offense description, cocaine. Name of the court it went through, Superior Court. Probation, max 2 years. So there's a warrant number, all right? There's a warrant number on here. Now, let me tell you what this means. I've done this for years. There is a charge. There is a charge for this individual. There's a warrant. You can go look at the warrant. They pulled a warrant. Warrants are public record. Actually, once a case is closed, everything's public record. All right? There's a case number. Just saying. Now, I'm going to give you one more. And hold on. Sorry about that. Give me 120. March 8th, 1996. Now, wait a minute. Before you go there, go back. That was June. That was January. Sorry about that. January 30th, 2012. Now, if this is correct, this is not far from going to work for the Georgia GOP, Inc. And I wonder if the Georgia GOP, Inc. let somebody handle $100 million over 16 years. I would say if you have someone doing what she did, handling this, filing FEC reports, responsible for money, I would say a background check was done before she was ever hired. Hey, what interaction I've had with the lady, she's very nice. So here, March 8th, 1996, charges filed theft by conversion. There's a type felony. There's a crime classification. There's an offense, theft by conversion. There's one count. It's a felony count. The sentence is years, month, and date were determined. And it looks as though there was a warrant pulled. You can go read this warrant. When you see a warrant number, there was a warrant pulled. When there was a warrant pulled, there's an arrest. Okay? Now, don't take this wrong. I don't fall for anything. If they go to the court and they get a judge or the magistrate to issue a warrant, it's a warrant for an arrest. Pretty simple. So on the first one, there's a warrant. The second one, there's a warrant. Now, on the second one here, it says null pros. We call it null pros. So this is very, very possible. In 96, the district attorney chose not to prosecute this. But there was a warrant. You could read the warrant. You can go look it up. There's the warrant number. There was an arrest by the warrant. It was a felony charge in 96. So that's just something we're putting out there. Now, the only reason we are sharing this with you, this is an individual that's worked for the Georgia GOP for 16 years. This is an individual that's worked for the Georgia GOP. Go ahead and take all that down. For the Georgia GOP for now 16 years. And I think it's at 5 chairs, starting with Sue Eberhardt. 5 different chairs. This is a person at the Georgia GOP that, according to the treasurer, has filed FEC reports unbeknownst to the treasurer. This is a person at the Georgia GOP that has amended treasurer reports, handled millions of dollars. And this is a person that has made every deposit and reconciled everything. So it's very important to look at. Because remember, in this campaign on day 1 in Cobb County, Josh McCoon said looking at the finances of the Georgia GOP was 2 things: a campaign stunt, which we proved it's far from a campaign stunt, and what else? It was basically laughable. Laughable. Now, all right, so you take that down. Now, we've done the clickers. Boom, boom, boom. So give me right here. Now, the swamp creature, Josh McCoon, he's absolutely a swamp creature. And, and you wonder, is there anything left in the tank? Is there one person that will not be intimidated or take the 30 pieces of silver or be concerned about getting on the enemies list? You just wonder if there's one. If there's one left, and you wonder why they're trying so hard. So give me number 116, all right? So Chairman McCoon, I am told that this picture of Tyler Johnson, the 2nd District GOP chair, was taken last night. That's what I was told. This picture was taken last night. And my understanding is that, do you have 116? Did I send it? Did I forget to send it, Diane?
Yep.
Oh my God, there you are telling everybody in God and country. Hate when that happens. Now, what do you want to bet I send it and she already had it? No, Diane, please. Boy, I'm pushing, right? What do they call that? Cruising for a bruising? All right, it's on its way. So I understand. Here you go, Di. I understand that this happened last night, this picture you're about to see, right? And I'm not going to try to tell you what happened. I've received some phone calls telling me what happened. But Josh knows that once you get out of his, that you could possibly, he's done everything. I'm going to use the big, bold, beautiful word for Josh McCoon. He has done everything he could to lie, manipulate, and beg forgiveness of the 2nd District of Georgia, the Sanford Bishop District. Now, this is Tyler Johnson. He's a nice guy, but he sold out. I like him, but he sold out. Sold right out. So this came out this morning. Now, this is a couple things. One, are they concerned? If Josh was going in, now Greg Bluestein wants you, at the AJC, wants you to believe there's nothing to see here. Greg Bluestein wants you to think this isn't just a slam dunk for Josh McCoon. All right? I'm going to give you another nice little tidbit you're going to enjoy today. You're either going to drain this swamp or live in this swamp, whichever you choose. So Tyler Johnson, 2nd District. So Josh, it's not a slam dunk. Chairman McCoon has exemplified both leadership and professionalism under pressure. Wow. Tyler, I'm interested. I believe President Trump 100% correct. He's the man for the job. He's the right choice to lead this party into 26. I fully endorse his re-election bid to continue as chairman, Tyler Johnson. So I don't think Tyler wrote that. I think that's set. I think that's a template, and they pop your picture in. I think that's how it works. But let me remind you of something, and I can't go into great detail because it'll get convoluted, but we wanted to have a meeting. The executive committee wanted to have a meeting to force Josh McCoon, and listen to this very close, because they lie, and it's like, God, you people are just sick. They are. So we wanted to have an executive committee meeting to tell the Georgia GOP Republicans, the Georgia GOP wanted to tell the Georgia State Senate, right? And that we support Colton Moore, and we wanted to condemn them for removing Colton Moore from the state Republican Senate caucus. We wanted to do that. Restore him immediately. So the rules say you have to have 10 votes or 10 people on the executive committee. So they had 8. No, that's what they said they had, 8. And I'll let anyone else answer for themselves, but I did not sign. And why didn't I sign? Because I was already aware that Travis Bowden was making phone calls telling everybody, we're not happy, the chairman's not happy that you're trying to have a meeting. And I was already aware, because I'll look at the camera, and I was already aware, and I knew for a fact, they'll hate that Candace Taylor and Sally Grubbs had removed their name. And they all got ugly and said, well, Brian Pritchard does not support Colton Moore. I challenge you to post today all of the support pictures of Josh McCoon with Colton Moore. I challenge you to ask Josh McCoon why he did not attend the Banks County fundraiser that brought in $35,000 for the Electors Defense Fund. Why? Because Colton Moore was there. I challenge you to give me pictures from the time the Georgia Republican State Senate removed Colton Moore from the caucus. I challenge you to show me anything the Georgia GOP he released in support. I challenge to see that today. And I challenge you to be honest and stop lying about what happened with that meeting, knowing I support Colton Moore. So anyhow, they didn't have their 10 votes. So they run around like, Now, Sally, I can't quite do, I can't quite do an impression of Sally. But Candace, that's a lie. That's a lie. He's a liar. He's a liar. He's a demon. I think he's a witch. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm serious. All right. So now, why does this have something to do with Tyler Johnson? Because the 2nd District of Georgia is one of the greatest. It is. I like people in all of them. I don't want to get in trouble. But the 2nd District of Georgia is the forgotten district. I mean, we remember the 1st District, right? We remember that because we're headed down to the beach and going to Savannah. We can remember all these other districts. We can remember to go to Augusta. We can remember that. But when it comes to that 2nd District, just passing by those farms and driving by those farms, that could be easily forgotten. And they are. According to the Georgia GOP Inc., the 2nd District of Georgia is the forgotten district. Now, I'm going to wrap this up. There's a wrap up with Tyler. So that night, when they were trying to get all the signatures, because I want you to walk up Tyler Johnson today and say, tell that story. I want you to walk up to him and say, is that story true? Is that true? Because, see, Tyler Johnson put his name on there, and he signed up for that meeting. And sources tell me that Tyler Bowden called him. Sources tell me that Tyler received a arm-twisting, ugly phone call. That's what I hear. I can't quote it. I hear that Tyler was told, in my words, to summarize, if you don't take your name off, the chairman may punish your district. That's what I hear happened in that phone call. Now, here's the kicker. You like a kicker? Because here's one. So Tyler refused to take his name off. He stood strong. He said, no, I agree with it, and I'm not going to be intimidated, and I'm not going to be pushed around, and I'm not going to be treated that way. I'm leaving my name on there. So the 2nd District every year has what they call a low country boil. I went down when Brandon Phillips was the chair. I went down there. Brandon Phillips knows it. I went to the low country boil. I've been going to low country boil for years. I didn't go this past year. I was not invited. I wasn't. Just saying. All right. Nothing against the people. But this past year, Josh made sure he got down there. But this day in question, after Tyler took these phone calls, and you see at the Low Country Boil, Josh was scheduled to open it up and give the opening speech at the Low Country Boil as the chairman of the Georgia Republican Party. He was already scheduled to be the one to open it up and say, welcome to the 2nd District. I'm the chairman. I understand after Tyler took his name off that list, it took about 5 minutes for Josh McCoon to send him a text message and say, I have to cancel the Low Country Boil. I have a previous engagement I cannot get out of. 5 minutes. You know how I know that? Because I called him. And I said, I understand you won't take your name off. And he said, no. And I said, can you share with me what happened? And he did. I'll leave it there. He shared with me what happened and what took place. And then he asked me, he said, would you happen to be, because I'm the first vice chair of the Georgia Republican Party, it is 6 hours from my home, 6 hours from my home. And he said, would you happen to be coming to the Low Country Boil? I said, I'm planning it. I'm considering it. Yes, I've done it before. He said, would you be interested in opening up the event for us on the stage? I said, sure. Why? Because Josh canceled. Josh canceled. He canceled. When did he cancel? 5 minutes after I refused to take my name off the list, he canceled. So I went down there, stayed at a Holiday Inn Express the night before so I could be fresh in the brain. And I did. I stayed all day long. I shook hands with everybody. I gave a very pro-Georgia Republican Party speech. It was very positive. I opened it up, and I represented the Georgia GOP as it should have been represented for the 2nd District, because Josh wouldn't go, because they wouldn't do what Josh told him. So you ask Tyler Johnson, go up to him today, because I've told you for months. I release phone calls. I've had other people tell you, walk up to him today and tell him to look you in the eye and say, have you ever been on Josh McCoon's enemy list? And what happened? What happened last night that took you off the enemy's list onto the last minute being an endorser? What happened? Now, I'm going to tell you this. Well, it's flat out, it's a lie. Now, Josh has gone around saying, if we could get the right candidate. Now, they'll tell you the Georgia GOP Inc. should not get involved in the primary. But with Donald Trump on the ballot, we had the candidate. His name was Chuck Hand. We had the candidate. We couldn't get involved in the primary. We couldn't get behind Chuck. We couldn't get no money to him. We couldn't even get people, they can get dark money anytime they want, but we couldn't get money to Chuck. We couldn't do nothing. We couldn't touch it. We had to stand over here, and we lost the 2nd District, and the 2nd District should have been a gain against Sanford Bishop with Donald Trump on the ballot, but we didn't. We had the candidate. Now, Josh McCoon is going around to the 2nd District saying, you know what? I think it's the time. I think with the right candidate, dog whistle. I think with the right candidate, we can win the 2nd District. In fact, here's what Josh said at one of them, and it's on the recording. He said, I'm going to go to the NRCC, National Republican Congressional Campaign Office, and I have relationships, and I'm going to say, put some money into the 2nd District. With my relationship and the right candidate, I can now be a friend of the 2nd District. He'll say anything. Because let me tell you something. There's 9 districts in America, Republican districts, that Donald Trump flipped, went from Democrat to Republican. Pennsylvania 7, Pennsylvania 8, one out in Western Pennsylvania. There's 9 that Republicans won by 0.5% and 1%. And that's their focus, to try to hold those seats, those 9 seats. So I'm going to tell you something. I'll be the first to come on here and say, if the NRCC, and I'm not talking send you $10,000, if they seriously get in to the 2nd District with a candidate to try to flip it, I'll be the first. So I don't know. And I like this young man. He's a nice young man. I'm sorry, I'm not going to attack him. But I would like to know, was it silver? I would like to know what happened. Because up till last night, what did he promise you, Tyler? I'm sorry. It's just hard to pass up. The swamp creature, Josh McCoon, and the creaturettes. Now, I'm going to play a couple videos. All right, let's go with this. I mean, when did we normalize what I consider stealing, lying, cheating, corruption, breaking bread with crooked politicians? When did we normalize that? When did we say that's okay? When did we say that's a unifying message? So, video 13.
Now, y'all best understand the mess we're in. Josh waltzed in like sweet tea on a hot day, but that pitcher was full of vinegar. He sold his soul quicker than a set of Fiesta dishes at a Saturday garage sale. Then there's Sally, strutting like she won Best in Show at the Cobb County Election Fair. But try to pin her down for answers, and she's slipperier than okra on a tin roof in July. Brad's big as a bull now, but folded like a lawn chair. Betsy, the self-appointed name cop swatting folks like flies for using the wrong vowel. Jeff showed up out of nowhere, smoother than a snake in Sunday shoes, eyeing that checkbook like a fox in a hen house. Susie started out right, but sold her soul faster than a June bug flying to a porch light on a hot Georgia night. Jaquan blew in like a summer squall, loud enough to wake the chickens, gone before the rooster crowed. They've rolled out the welcome mat, but if he wins, the no trespassing sign'll hang tighter than a tick on a hound. He's fresh as a summer creek, but he ain't got the backbone for the big leagues. Now, let's talk about Josh's off-her-leash chief soul seller Dooley, stirring up more mess than a possum in a picnic basket. Bless her screeching little heart. Louder than a preacher at a tent revival, barking like a chihuahua in a thunderstorm. They thought they could run the joint like a backroom poker game, but the jig's up. Like Mama coming down the hall with a wooden spoon, justice is on its way. And when it hits, that crooked clubhouse will sizzle like fatback in Grandma's cast iron skillet.
MAGA Roots, give me video 12.
These people are evil people.
They're evil people, folks. They're evil people. We have shown that. Give me number 113. 113. Now, keep this in mind because we're going to close. Keep this in mind. Governor Brian Kemp will not be there. There will be internal friction when the state GOP convention kicks off. Governor Kemp is skipping the event. Again, MAGA Roots. Why did Josh get top endorsement all the way down to bottom endorsement? Why didn't Brian Kemp endorse him? Why? Brian Kemp is Josh McCoon's boss, right? That's where Josh got his job. Josh makes $228,000 a year with the state, more than the governor, more than the lieutenant governor. Josh McCoon makes almost $18,000 a year just in travel expenses. That's right. So why wouldn't his boss endorse him? Would it be maybe he said, don't endorse me? I have to continue to go pretend to be MAGA, pretend to be America First, pretend to support paper ballots. I have to go pretend to be a true Trump supporter? Because all I can say is I was the quarterback when Trump got elected. Why is Kemp not showing up? Why not? Kemp not showing up is every reason not to vote for Josh McCoon. Then, after that, we have, let me make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Number 3, they are calling you and I the newbies. Don't forget the newbies, right? You and I are being called the newbies as they call themselves the MAGA establishment. They're proud of being establishment. They are trying to demagify Georgia, right? And we know Kemp has moved on from the Georgia Republican Party. We know that. So give me this video here. Let's go with MAGA Roots one more time today, video 4.
When the good old boys locked him out, David didn't back down. He stood firm like an old Georgia oak, roots dug deep, ready to weather the storm. He ain't slipping up the crooked clubhouse ladder. He's earning every rung with grit and fire. Hunker down, 'cause David's blowing in like a Georgia hurricane, and those rotten shingles about to crumble like cornbread at a family reunion food fight. Lisa's like thunder rolling in the distance. You feel her coming long before she hits. From the red clay roads of Upson County to the back roads and front porches, she turned out voters faster than biscuits fly at a Sunday supper. She's flying in for that seat like a Georgia hailstorm, ready to shake things loose, while her opponent spins like a tornado in a trailer park. From county meetings where she brings the heat, to pounding pavement on neighborhood streets, Noreen's hustled harder than a rooster in a hen house at sunrise. Like a Waffle House, she's open, reliable, and ready to serve. Coming in hotter than a pepper patch in a Georgia August. When word of fun misuse spread faster than hot gossip at the beauty parlor on a Saturday afternoon, Lori lit up brighter than the lights on a Friday night football field. Now she's on the trail like a hound with a scent. And if you hand her the keys to the books, somebody's bound to get treed. When they heard the storm was coming, they boarded up the windows. But Kylie struck like lightning on a pine cone, splintering the wood and sending sparks flying. She's got more backbone than a plow mule, sweet as iced tea in a mason jar, and tougher than syrup sitting thick in the Georgia heat. While the crooked clubhouse is frying in its own grease, she's coming in hotter than a skillet on Fish Fry Friday. When it's time to choose, vote for the ones who stirred the grits and lit the fire, 'cause they're the ones who'll get the job done.
MAGA Roots, MAGA Roots. If you want that video, voiceofruralamerica.com. You want to share that, voiceofruralamerica.com Facebook page, and I will be posting that video in 8 minutes on Voice of Rural America Twitter, X, okay? So it'll be out there. Let's share it. Let's talk to our neighbors. Let's talk to our friends. If you're still a delegate and you don't know if you could go based on finances, there was a fund put together by a donor for gas money. No joke. Get in touch with David Cross. Let him know if there's, if you got to travel 7 hours across the state and you just said, you know what, I changed my mind. I can't afford it. Whatever the case, there is a donor that put together a fund for people to travel if necessary. Call David Cross. Let him know. Text David Cross. Don't have his number? Text me. All right? I'll see you in a couple hours at the registration desk in Dalton.